Welcome to another Carlo and Lade Sports Show. I'm Robert Laidlaw.
And I'm Sean Carlin, and I'm very excited, Rob, because I know you've been doing this for a long time, but I'm actually new to this business, and it's the first time I'm out actually somewhere else. And so we're at Gawler Rec Centre, and we're talking to some lovely people here about a sport that I don't know much about, but roller derby. So welcome to Tanya Ass.
Hi.
Hello, Tanya. To Abby Tude.
Hello.
And
Ruby Storm.
How you doing?
And guys, obviously, they're your nickname for the roller derby. In fact, we've got Emily Schleute, Tanya Fielding, and Rebecca Denton. What a fantastic sport! I used to watch this in the '60s. It used to be the wrestling with the guys, and then the girls playing the roller derby. Gee, how did this all get started?
This particular league, Rockabellas, it was just a dream. It was a sport that had saved my soul, basically, I guess, and that's what they say about derby. It saves your soul. And I found so much love and passion for it that I wanted to share it. So along come Rockabellas Roller Derby League and all the members that have since joined.
So the Rockabella Roller Derby League is based here in Gawler.
We actually got 3 different venues. So we're actually in Gawler, Mount Barker, as well as Noarlunga. So we're
right across the state.
Yeah, we're a unique league. We're one of the only leagues that caters for 3 different areas.
So what's the Gawler team called?
We're the We're the Doomsday Rollers.
Doomsday Rollers.
Gee.
Yes, I love these names.
Where do all these names come from? Obviously, you guys sort of pick your own names, or are you given the names by other people? How does that work?
The Doomsday name came about from a previous league that had been in Gawler. Unfortunately, they just did not have the numbers to be able to keep going, but we've maintained some of the original members, and we thought for their sake and their history that we'd maintain the name Doomsday for them. So, yeah.
Okay, now, Rebecca, what's the rules? How do they play the game?
The game's just lots and lots of fun. Pretty much you've got a jammer, every team has a jammer, and the ultimate goal is for the jammer to get through the pack of skaters and gain it around and get some points.
So my understanding is you've obviously got both two teams out there. You're protecting the jammer, is that right? And so you've got your pack. Fill me in, come on, you've got to just correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm just making stuff up as we go. And so you're really working as a team to get that person around the track and not let them be interfered by the other team.
Most definitely, but if so, more so to stop the opposition's jammer from getting past. So our jammer is normally pretty good at getting past. We do help them if we need to, but more so we try and stop the other jammer from getting past.
And how long does the games go for? Because again,
Okay, well, the games go for an hour. They're broken up into 2 30-minute halves, and those 30-minute halves are broken up into 2-minute jams. So each jam will see a pack of 4 blockers from each team go onto the track with the 2 jammers, which are the point scorers for each team. So that 2 minutes, the jammers will try and get as many points as they can.
One of the questions I'd love you to answer this in the affirmative, how I used to see it, but they used to deliberately try to push opponents over the railing. Now, obviously, there's no railing in this. So, what do? Do they sort of really do a bit of shove and push to get the opposition players outside of the track?
It is a full contact sport. So yes, there's a
Most
lot of
definitely.
a lot of hip and shoulders. Not so much the elbows and the fists. That's kind of illegal, but hips, shoulders. Using your full body. It's a lot of skill involved, but it is definitely a full contact sport.
So what would a penalty be? Like, I'm not as old as Rob, so in the 60s I wasn't born. And I imagine the game has changed a bit over that period of time. I know from doing a little bit of reading that there was a bit like the wrestling, which was a bit staged and a bit fake, but it's certainly changed now and it's not that way.
Yeah, no, look, the sport did have the thing of entertainment in the past years. Now, it is a sport. So things like penalties, obviously you can't use your fists. If you hit somebody, you will probably cop a gross misconduct, which will see you expelled from the game. If you are pushed off the track, you need to re-enter the track behind your opponents that have pushed you off the track. If you don't, that's a cutting penalty. You can't gain position, basically. You can't back block somebody, so go up behind them and give them a good shove in the back. Can't use your head. You can't trip people over. So there is a lot of skill, a lot of rules, which obviously makes the game a lot safer.
Now,
Yes.
sorry, Sean.
I'm excited, mate. Now, skating, I know they have skating here at Gawler Rec Centre too, and as a young lad, I used to go to the Elizabeth skating rink. So we'd play footy at Salisbury and then head down to, and I was terrible then. But I just don't think about skating too much, but I imagine, is there a resurgence in skating as like kids just as a pastime or a recreation?
I think there is. Skating is definitely making a comeback. Obviously here at Gawler they do the disco nights and things like that. A lot of other places do it as well. But yeah, I think you sort of get to a certain age, even myself, and you need to relive some of your teen years.
Well, one thing I noticed is you got the old 4 wheels, one in each corner type of thing, but they have been playing with rollerblades, a lot of these sports. So is this going back to the old traditional 4-placed wheels? Is that the way it's going?
Yeah, roller derby basically is. Everyone skates on quads. There's no rollerblades at all.
Because I think rollerblades came about as like ice skating, but on wheels, and I haven't really seen sort of roller skates as such for many, many years. So it was a bit of a thrill tonight when Sean and I walked in and we seen you guys on the 4-bys. It was amazing.
Yeah, the quads are fantastic skates.
They are.
Yeah.
Well, I used to have a pair when I was a kid, but I'm not going to tell you how good I was because I wasn't.
So we can't tempt you into training then?
No, maybe Sean. I think Sean's got the height for it.
I don't think you want to see me out there. I might be dangerous to other people. I'm interested in the culture. I love hot rods and I love like classic cafe races and the classic bikes. And to me, there's almost like a crossover there. Like when we go to hot rod shows and stuff, and you've got that real rockabilly culture with the hair and the different uniforms and the tats, and it's almost like a throwback to the sort of 50s and 60s. Am I right in thinking that's part of the roller derby stuff, or is that a coincidence?
I think it's probably a little bit of a coincidence. I mean, we've got members from police officers to nurses to doctors to miners to stay-at-home mums. It's just a very accepting sport. So if you've got different coloured hair, you've got tattoos, it's just a very welcoming sport. There's no boundaries for people. So, yeah.
There seems to be a real personal expression where the players just dress up to be part of the culture, as you put it, Sean. It's amazing. When I walked in here, I sort of got a little bit excited, thinking this is something new. It's sort of, I didn't even know it was here. It was a real little treasure to sort of come here and see it. I suppose you felt the same, Sean.
I mean, that's what part of what we want to do is like get around and like let people know what's happening in Gawler that people might not know. So I've known Tanya for a little while through basketball. I knew she was involved in this, and I said to Rob, we've got to talk to these people and find out what's going on, because it's something I think that's really different and a great opportunity for people. So when is the next game? If someone wants to come along and have a look, what could they do?
Okay, well, our next game, we're actually doing a double header with another league, which is Murder City Roller Girls, and that's actually going to be based at the ARC Campbelltown on the 29th of July. So we've got our Doomsday and our Toxic Cherries playing, see who's going to take out for the grand final at the end of the year. So
do you play all year round, or...?
We do. Like I said, we have our 3 teams and they play off against each other throughout the year, as I said, going for the grand final win. But we do also play against other leagues as well here in South Australia. And in a couple of weeks, we're actually taking a travel team over to Perth. We're actually going to be playing a group over there called the Dread Pirate Rollers. So that's definitely exciting.
I just love the names, Sean. What do you reckon about the names, mate?
I think they're great. I'm not that creative, but I want to know how much time. In fact, we should go and meet the rest of the team, I think, and sort of find out what are the best names out there. I'm impressed already, but there might be some better ones out there.
Okay.
Likes it's okay. There's not that many people listening.
All right, guys. Now we're out on the track, and we've got all these roller derby. What do you call players?
We're the Doomsday Roller Derby League.
Well, welcome, guys. Welcome to the Carlo and Lade show. So,
Well, I'm a bit jealous right now because I'm standing next to Mr. Mullet, and I don't have much hair. I used to have a mullet, so I'm a bit jealous that I haven't got it. But the nicknames I'm really interested in, so I love these nicknames. Mr. Mullet, tell us about the name. I mean, to me it's obvious, but people can't see you, so.
Well, pretty much, yeah. Got a big mullet, and I was the only guy skating for a long time, so they just started calling me Mr. Mullet, and it just kind of,
Stuck.
went with it, and that's what it was from there.
that's cool. And what about you?
My name's Cherry Poppins, and I've been skating since February, and roller derby is pretty much the best thing I've ever done.
Gee, and I like your hair. What colour's your hair?
It's kind of like unicorn colours. I'm sort of like the team mascot unicorn today.
You are the most colourful player here. Well done.
Yes, thank you.
I'm Miss Teak, and I've been skating since 2012, but on and off. And yeah, but I'm
Well,
one of the captains on this team.
And what's the mystery? Mystique, what is it?
Oh, it's one of the Marvel characters from X-Men.
And what's your name?
Miss Glamourkill. I've been skating for 6 years. A lot of people have interesting stories about their name, and I don't have one of them.
Make one up.
Yeah, come on, guys, let's come up with a name.
So Miss Glamourkill, it's just something that I had to come up with because I was under pressure and had to get the shirts made before our first bout. So that's it. That's,
One question about
basically
nicknames.
it.
Are you allowed to change it? Like once you get, can you change as you go? You can't. You're not stuck with it forever.
No.
So you got time. You're only young. You got plenty of time.
You'll end up with a whole bunch of different shirts, but yeah, you can change it if you want.
I'm Cinderella. I've been skating for 9 months, and I don't know, I'm named after Cinderella because what girl doesn't want to be a princess?
Oh, what about the wicked stepsisters, eh?
No, the good one.
I'm Ferocious. So my name's Fiona, so I just added to it.
Do I have to be where?
Still in training. I've only been skating for 9 months proper. I did a few months here and there beforehand with other leagues, but I'm actually just about to move up to Catherine in Northern Territory, so I'm going to start join the Catherine Derby Dolls up there.
Gee. And what's your name?
My name is Nocturne Alley.
So you're a night girl?
I am actually a night girl, but also a big Harry Potter fan.
Oh, okay.
Nocturne Alley is where the bad guys go shopping. So, yeah.
How long have you been skating?
5 months now.
And what do you think of it?
I love it. Yeah, I love it. I love the team spirit that we have here, and yeah, I just love being with these people a lot. Yeah.
Hey there, I
Hey.
am Princess Muscles.
Wow.
Not so obvious reasons. I've been skating for 3 years on and off. First year with this awesome league. Just love it. Really love it.
And another gentleman.
Yeah, another one. Not so much gentleman, but yeah. My name's Night Owl. Still recording? Yeah. And yeah, I've been skating off and on since about 1980, I suppose. And I was looking for a roller derby team for many, many years, but it was only girls. The guys weren't allowed to do it here, so. And I found a friend of mine, and he introduced me to it, and I came along. I've probably been here, I think it's just over a year now. So, an awesome group of people, and yeah, it's good fun. I got my nickname from when I was a kid. I was always out late at night, always out like an owl. So, yeah,
Well, I must admit, your helmet probably is the coolest helmet. You've got eyes of an owl with a beak, and I suppose you sweep around the
track.
The track. So
Yeah.
I was going to say rink, but yeah. So no, that's really cool. And who we have here?
Name's Ringo. One of the refs that come down. I stayed derbying up at Newcastle. Name came about because the fresh meat coach kept calling me Paul. My name's Peter. So Then all of a sudden she came out with Ringo one night, and for some reason it stuck. So, all right, I inherited that, so why not?
Well, I see there's a push right now to get Paul McCartney in Adelaide. I hope that happens. Well, thank you, everyone. This will be the end of this edition of the Carlo and Lade Sports Show.
Thanks to Doomday Rollers. And just again, quick plug, the 29th of July at the ARC Stadium, which is a fabulous place. What time do you guys play? 5 o'clock. And who are we playing? The Toxic Cherries. So get along. If you haven't seen roller derby, get along and watch these guys and girls play.
Yeah, that's like a really big plate now.
Mr. Mullet.
Princess Muscles.
Right now.
Nocturne Alley.
Gadget.
Cinderella. Poppins.
Ruby Storm.
Be Gracious.
Mystique.